Imagine you're sitting in the cockpit of a single-engine plane, cruising 2,000 feet above the surface of the Atlantic Ocean. It's pitch black outside, and you're flying blind into strong headwinds and driving rain. There's no radio on board, and you are the plane's sole occupant. You are no longer an Earth dweller with feet planted on terra firma. But you don't belong in the sky either. Not really. The immense roar of the engine and the pungent smell of petrol in the cabin make that clear enough. Now, somewhere over the frigid northern waters, your engine sputters and dies, and you're momentarily hypnotized by the glowing, spinning dial of the altimeter as the plane plummets toward the sea. The profound silence of the powerless plane at first is stunning. But then you spring into action to revive the motor. At least 30 seconds have elapsed since the engine quit, as the plane drops below 300 feet in altitude and continues its decline. You wonder how high the waves below may rise to meet you when, finally, the engine roars back to life and you ascend back into the clouds. This harrowing scene is how aviatrix Beryl Markham described her historic journey as the first person to fly solo across the Atlantic from east to west, from England to Canada. That was in September 1936, 9 years after Charles Lindbergh made the first solo transatlantic crossing, and 4 years after Amelia Earhart was the first woman to do it. But they had both flown with the prevailing winds from west to east. Instead, Markham flew into the wind and, with her 21-hour, 25-minute flight, accomplished what no one else had up to that point. She was aiming for New York, but after her fuel vents iced over, Markham was forced nose down into a bog in Nova Scotia, breaking the windscreen with her head during the rough landing.